Well, the time is finally here. Zach Cregger's Resident Evil teaser trailer has finally dropped, and I am actually beyond excited for this film because Resident Evil is my favorite video game franchise of all time and probably always will be. And this trailer looks awesome. So grab your popcorn, sit on down because it's broadcast time. We breaking this thing down. So we already know that this movie takes place in Raccoon City during the events of Resident Evil 2. So while Leon and Claire are doing their things, and technically I know Resident Evil 3 takes place at the same time too, so I guess you can throw Jill in there as well. While she's doing her thing as well, you've got Austin Abrams' character going through the motions as well. We also know this is filmed from the POV of a normal guy, including like first-person shooter action, some wide lenses. There's definitely going to be some Easter eggs for sure. And the teaser starts off very grounded, very tense. We see Austin Abrams playing a character who's clearly in trouble. He's desperately searching for a working phone, trying to call his girlfriend, maybe potentially for the last time. And right away, the tone feels different. Felt a little Evil Dead vibes, especially from that new teaser that we've gotten from that. I actually like that this doesn't feel very action heavy like the Mila Jovovich movies, which were okay. And also, I know they tried to go more game accurate by just doing a straight up adaptation with the Welcome to Raccoon City movie. But I like that this feels smaller and definitely more horror focused. And I think it's what this franchise kind of needed, especially with this being canon and coming from Zach Cregger. So the trailer starts shifting gears. We see Abrams being chased through the snow. And this moment is key because it immediately establishes a central idea of this movie, that you're not safe anywhere. Very, like I said, Resident Evil 2 vibes, especially like at the beginning of the second remake where Leon's going to the gas station, that type of stuff where like every time you go somewhere is going to be something messing with you. Also really like this vibe too because we've seen mansions, we've seen cities, and we've even seen labs in both the movies and the games, but I feel like this is giving a new cold, empty, and hopelessness, type of vibe. I also really like the monster reveals that we get in this trailer. So we see that he takes refuge inside an abandoned house, and this is where the teaser really leans into that horror because, of course, he thinks he's safe, but he's not. And inside, he encounters a massive creature in the sewers at one point. That is apparently referred to as a freaker, and it doesn't really show anything in this trailer also while showing a lot, because we also see a bunch of hands and arms and stuff like that coming out of the same house that he's leaving from. And I like that this isn't about spectacle, it's more about fear. It's trying to scare you. We also get a big closing moment where he's running down the street towards the end of the trailer, and suddenly zombies start falling from the sky. They slam on the ground, they splatter across cars and hit the pavement like rain, and it's very chaotic, which in a good way too, because I'm also getting some RE3 vibes from that too, where Jill's running around the city and just crazy shit's just happening. And I think that shot alone is going to live in people's heads until this movie comes out. Now, I know there's some big controversy that it's not like the games, while also kind of being like the games. Early test screenings have apparently been really positive, but there's also one detail that has fans talking I've seen. According to reports, this movie has very little to do with the games. You're not going to see a Leon show up, or a Claire, or a Jill, or anybody like that. You're not even going to see that boulder punching fuck, my boy Chris Redfield. And I feel like while that was a bold statement, I personally like that. You're getting the faithfulness to the games of the horror elements and the survival horror elements, and you're also telling a compelling story while also being like, hey, this is canon, takes place in the same universe, just with a character that isn't a badass like a Leon or somebody like that. And I really like that. I think this teaser, while not feeling like, oh my god, it's the most faithful video game adaptation ever, it's telling its own story in this world, because I agree with Zach Cregger. I think we've gotten enough of that. You already see that when they tried to tell the story in Welcome to Raccoon City, that didn't work out. And you also see that when they try to do their own thing while also trying to be weirdly faithful by having other characters show up in the Mila Jovovich movies, that doesn't work either. So I really, really am excited that this is probably, ironically, going to be the best Resident Evil movie. And I don't think Zach Cregger misses. I might everything the man touches is gold. So I'm definitely sold. and definitely interested for sure. The tone looks darker, the horror looks stronger, and the visuals look really fresh. And after the mixed reception, like I said, of Welcome to Raccoon City, I think that this franchise needs a win. I've already said it too as a big gamer. This is the year of Capcom. They've got a Street Fighter movie that looks goofy in the best ways. They've got this movie that's probably going to be really good because I doubt Zach Cregger is going to come out and just completely miss the mark. And then on top of that, they got RE9. They just released Pragmata, which is really, really great. And on top of that, they got Onimusha coming out later on this year. So Capcom is out here swinging big this year. This is the year of Capcom for sure. So anyways, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on the big sewer zombies, or the other creatures that you saw in the trailer, some of the really cool shots that we see, like where he's like putting his hand up against the door and you get that iconic shot of the zombie's hands, stuff like that. What are you speculating? What do you want to see? What are you excited for? And did this trailer do it for you? Comment down below, let me know your thoughts, and like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.